You are in possession of the press release relating to the National Academy's program's invitation to participate in the Naples Cup tournament. We will be departing on this week Wednesday, August the 21st, to Naples, Florida, with 43 players who will represent Bermuda in the under 14, under 13, and under 12 division of the Naples Cup. That opportunity has come about as a part of a partnership that we have continued along with Premier Soccer Services within the United States, and builds upon our recent participation in the Open Cup in Alabama, in which we had several teams who were successful there. Okay, so moving on to the next portion of our press release, the Bermuda Football Association program is pleased to announce the enrollment of Taziko Harris and Ty J. Burchell into the South Kent Prep School for the fall of 2013. Both Taziko and Ty J are members of the National Academy 1999 age group and were scouted and identified by South Kent Athletic Director and Head Coach Owen Finberg during a recent visit to the island in February. During that visit to the island, Coach Finberg hosted an informational meeting for players and parents that focused on the recruiting process and requirements for qualification into prep schools and colleges within the United States. South Kent has a strong history and connection with Bermuda players, which players such as Trey Ming, Shaquille Trott, Shakai Trott, Tajay Bell, and Anthony Hunter, all recently graduating from that program and gracing their soccer fields. Detre Bell, who is a member of the National Academy program, is currently enrolled at South Kent Prep School. And South Kent is a 5-time New England champion, and in 2011 finished atop of the ESPN National High School rankings. I'm going to ask Mr. Cal Blackendell, Vice President of the Bermuda Football Association, to say a few words.
Yes, good morning, everyone. First of all, let me congratulate the parents of Taziko and Tajay. We always talk about the family structure in Bermuda, and it's without the support of their families and others that are not going to be mentioned, but I'm sure they have a vast support in the background and making sure they get overseas and do what they have to do to the young man. Education first. You know, we all know that our young players are going away because we believe it's about football, but to get into a prestigious school at South Kent, the first thing you have to do is meet the academic requirements. So always remember that you're there for school first, and that football will follow you for the rest of your life. On behalf of President Marsden and Mr. Wade, I would like to say, you know, great work that the BFA is doing. It's been about 12 months since we had Director Todd come on board, and I believe the media and the parents and everyone involved in the academy has seen the growth of the program, not only locally, not only in training, but we've always asked where's the competition, and the competition is out there. The travel program has come together with the support of sponsors and parents, and last but not least, we've also seen the competitiveness improve. And via this medium, I would like to say that, you know, in the upcoming 12 months, there's going to be more opportunities and more programs, and we definitely need support of Bermuda, the parents, the players, but also the sponsors. Sometimes people ask, what are we doing? This press release that will be aired today, and there's going to be a lot of activity that's going to be mentioned, and we need the support of everyone. And I'll hand it back over to Director Todd.
Okay, at this time I would like to present Ty J. Burchell to the media, so if you might have any questions for him with regards to his ventures to South Kent.
Yes, I'm ready for this one. I've been preparing for the summer, doing exercises and workouts that Coach has told me to do, and he said to be prepared, and I've done all my exercises and what I need to do. So hopefully I go out there, do well, and represent Bermuda and my family and national squad.
What do you know about the school?
I know that the school is won 5 championships back-to-back, and they recently lost last year. He said so he's recruiting new players to strengthen his team and hopefully regain the title this season.
Yeah. What did the coach say that has stood out in your mind that has had some impact on you?
He told me that it's not only a football skill, it's an academic skill, and the academic is high, and he said no matter what, he's going to help. He's got good connections with Bermuda, so he'll help us, and he said that if anything happens, he'll help me, and hopefully I'll do better.
that there are many who have played a part in the development of Tajay, and I think that we cannot forget the role that the clubs play, in my opinion, as a primary developer of the players. For a lot of times, that's where they first start to play. They are then identified and progress into the National Academy program. And being a part of the National Academy program, opportunities such as these do arise for the players. So certainly, again, we want to acknowledge North Village. We also want to acknowledge the support of the parents. They have been very instrumental in the process in terms of online applying and going through everything that was required to get Tajay to this point. So it is very, very important that we understand that it is a collective approach towards helping the players of Bermuda to benefit. And again, we do want to stress that this is one of the upsides of being a part of the National Academy program, because many times when coaches and overseas programs look towards Bermuda, their first stop is of point of contact is going to be the National Association. And so by having these players as a part of our program, we can showcase them in front of the coaches, and then from there the opportunities develop. So we are looking to build further on this. We do have a prep school tour that we are in the works of planning for this fall in conjunction with Coach Finberg, where we hope to be able to take prospective players overseas to visit up to about 6 schools in the New England area, have the opportunity to play in front of the coaches, and then from there we hope that there will be further developments in terms of recruitment and opportunities for these boys.
Yeah.
Women's under 17 national team. They just recently returned from their first round qualifiers in Puerto Rico, led by head coach Aaron Dankins and assisted by the women's national coach Nikita Robinson. Okay, they defeated the Bahamas 4-2 within their first match before narrowly losing to Puerto Rico 2-1 in the final minute of that game, but they have secured passage through to the next round of qualifying, which will feature 6 teams. Presently, we are still waiting to receive information with regards to the date and location of that tournament. The other groups are currently still underway, but a total of 6 teams will advance to the next round, from which I believe 2 will then progress to the final qualifying round of CONCACAF. So the team is right now back on the island and will continue to be fully engaged within training and preparation, so that as soon as we receive the information, then we will release that to the media. As you're well aware, our under 15 boys team is now in the Cayman Islands, participating in the inaugural under 15 CONCACAF tournament championships. They are being led by our men's senior national coach Andrew Bascom, assisted by academy coaches Carl Roberts, Larry Smith, who is the manager for the group, and Mr. Mark Wade, who is the head of delegation. We were placed in Group 1. There are 4 groups of either 5 or 6 teams, with only the top team is going to advance out of the group into the semifinals. We can share with you that last night Bermuda were successful in defeating Aruba 3-1 to take control of the group. They now sit atop of the standings, having already defeated the Cayman Islands, as well as the Bahamas and the U.S. Virgin Islands. They have one remaining match tomorrow against St. Martin, which, looking at the results, has not been one of the stronger teams within the group. So we are favorites right now to advance. It is an exciting prospect and opportunity for the players. The Under 15 Championships is an important initiative of CONCACAF, and it will serve for us as a primary developer for the group as they head into Under 17 qualifiers next year. There are 23 nations who are participating within the tournament, so it is giving our boys not only exposure to international competition, our coaches are having the opportunity to view the level throughout CONCACAF in the Under 15 age group. We are also having the opportunity to begin scouting and assessing potential opponents for next year at the Under 17 level. Right now, as the tournament is shaping up, alongside Bermuda, potentially it looks like Puerto Rico along with Honduras and Belize will be the potential teams advancing from out of their group, barring any serious results that go another way over the next 2 days. And potentially it looks like a matchup for us with Belize if the schedule holds true to what was published. It will be a step up in terms of the level of competition for our players. I think it's one that is going to be welcomed by the coaching staff. Certainly, I think it is great for us to have that experience. And I feel strongly about our chances talking with the coaches who are on the ground there, who have a chance to assess the overall level. They feel confident that if we perform to the level of our ability as we have been demonstrating, there's a very good chance for this under-15 team to advance into the finals. And if you can get there to the finals, you're 70 minutes away from being a champion. So it's proving to be, I think, a very, very good experience for our youngsters. We've always said that we feel that at the younger age levels, our teams and our players have the talent to be able to compete. But I think that this team is well prepared, and I think that is the key for it. They've trained well throughout the year. We've had the opportunity, a large number of these boys were on tour as a part of the Open Cup experience in Alabama, and we've welcomed back our overseas-based players. So the number of players that we have who are overseas residing in Spain in academy programs, a number of them within the UK who are playing in academy programs or even based in the US, it's given an opportunity for us to compile the group and to really prepare them, and they've gone down and they're showing well. So, we'll continue to monitor the developments. Final group game tomorrow, as we said, and then we're hoping that all goes according to plan, and we will certainly be pulling behind our boys very strongly, in the semifinal. Well, with the schools on break presently and us not having the exact information, we have sent off a request to the CFU in regards to try to get the dates. As soon as we have that information, we will notify the schools so that a contingency plan can be put into place so that we can negate any absences that might occur during that period. If that means and requires that our players have to attend extra study hall sessions prior to departure, inclusive of study hall sessions while on tour, all of those things will be put into place to ensure that academics are not disrupted. Because as you can see, we clearly feel that the academic component is extremely important to match the athletic ability of our players to maximize potential for opportunities.
Is it a good thing that most of the girls that go abroad to school go to the same school?
It is, but the majority of that team at under 17 actually will be on island. We do have a number of girls who are at Mount Verde who were part of the under 20s, and we are working right now closely with some schools and contacts in the United States because we want to further create opportunities on the girls side of the program. So it's been a good year, I think, in terms of a good summer and a good number of weeks in terms of focus on the women's. We had success within the Island Games for the women's. You had the under 20s women's team who traveled abroad. That team contained 7 members of the under 17, and I think that experience was vital and critical to the group when they went down to Puerto Rico, because they were able to draw reference from the difference in the international game as opposed to playing domestically, and certainly from the coaches, they feel that was beneficial to the players when they stepped onto the field. So there is a strong importance on the girls side of the academy. We did identify a new intake group for the academy that we will look to bring in next year, which will be the under 13-14 girls. And in saying that, again, you can see along with the boys, having the senior women's national coach coming down and working with our younger national teams and academy teams does a lot to establish our style of play across the board. And I think that's what you're seeing consistently right now. If you look at this under 15 boys team playing, you'll see a lot of similarities as to what you saw with the senior men's team in regards to the Island Games. Okay, thank you, gentlemen.